Have you ever wondered whether your actions in a relationship really bring happiness to both parties? Imagine a beautiful day. You and your lover are taking a walk together. Everything seems perfect, but inside you feel a little nervous and insecure. Have you ever wondered if you are doing the right thing? Is what you are doing really necessary? These questions will be answered right in this video, when Morgan shares with you things you should never do for women, according to the philosophy of Stoicism. Have you ever turned yourself into a shield anytime, anywhere, just to protect your lover? That can make you feel like you've lost the freedom and personalization of your life. You may have sacrificed your personal passions and interests just to please others, but is that the right thing to do? Dear friends, the philosophy of Stoicism not only helps us control our emotions, but also teaches us how to set clear boundaries and maintain personal identity. Morgan will help you realize that each person has the right to autonomy and should not let relationships define who they are. You'll learn how to maintain balance in your life and create a healthier relationship. Have you ever encountered similar situations? If so, I want to ask you a small favor before we start this journey. Subscribe to our awesome community, and leave a comment below saying, "I get through this." This mantra will help us strengthen our commitment to handling difficult situations with grace and strength. Your comment will help YouTube realize that many people need to hear this message. Are you ready to change this situation? We'll start with the first and most important foundation. Number 1, don't let emotions drive your decisions. Morgan will share with you why letting emotions dictate your decisions is something a man should avoid, and how to apply Stoic philosophy to maintain balance in life. Imagine a real-life situation. You've just had a stressful and tiring day at work. When returning home, you encounter a small conflict with your lover. In the meantime, emotions of anger and frustration run high, and you can easily say words that you will later regret. Have you ever been in such a situation? This is completely normal, but according to Stoic philosophy, it is not advisable to let emotions guide our decisions. Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This is an extremely profound and meaningful saying. In fact, emotions are an indispensable part of being human, but we should not let them control our actions and decisions. Instead, let's learn how to control our emotions, so we can make more informed and reasonable decisions. When you let your emotions influence your decisions, it's easy to get caught up in immediate reactions without thinking carefully. This not only causes negative consequences in the relationship, but also affects the balance and happiness in your life. A Stoic man understands that controlling his emotions and actions is the key to maintaining stability and happiness. Dear friends, Morgan wants a story from my own experience, a valuable lesson about the importance of controlling emotions. I have a pretty deep emotional relationship. We love each other very much, but we cannot avoid conflicts. One time, after a stressful day at work, I came home and got into an argument with my lover. It was an unnecessary argument, starting from small things like who would wash the dishes after a meal. But under the pressure of work and fatigue, I couldn't control my emotions. When the argument became heated, I felt angry and frustrated. These negative emotions flared up inside me, and instead of trying to listen and understand my lover, I let my emotions take over and said bitter words. "You're always like that, only thinking about yourself," I blurted it out in anger. At that moment, I saw her eyes filled with pain and surprise. But in the heat of the moment, I didn't realize it. As soon as those words were spoken, the atmosphere in the room became cold. She fell silent and left the room, leaving me with regret and guilt. That night, I couldn't sleep. I thought a lot about what happened and realized that letting my emotions guide my decisions caused unnecessary suffering for both of us. From that experience, I learned a valuable lesson. I learned to recognize and acknowledge my emotions, but not let them dictate my actions. When I feel angry or frustrated, I take time to calm down, breathe deeply, and think before saying or doing something. I also learned to listen to others more, trying to understand their point of view instead of just reacting according to my immediate emotions. After that incident, I apologized to my partner, and we had a deep conversation about how we could improve our relationship. We agree that to maintain a happy relationship, both partners need to control their emotions and learn to communicate in a positive and constructive way. Controlling emotions is not easy, but it is necessary to maintain balance and happiness in life. Take time to reflect on your emotions. Learn to acknowledge them without letting them dictate your actions. So, how can we control our emotions and not let them guide our decisions? The first and most important thing is self-awareness. When you feel your emotions rising, stop and ask yourself, what's really important right now? How will my decisions affect my relationship and my life? Asking such questions helps you be more alert and have a more comprehensive view of the situation. Second, practice deep breathing and relaxation skills. When strong emotions appear, take a deep breath and relax your body. This helps reduce stress and bring you back to balance. You will find it easier to make wise decisions when your mind is calm and relaxed. Third, remember that all emotions are valid and should be acknowledged, but they should not dictate your actions. Find ways to express your feelings in a positive and constructive way, such as through journaling or talking to someone you trust. This helps you release your emotions without harming your relationship. Friends, Stoic philosophy is not just about controlling emotions, but also about learning to live in a balanced and harmonious way. By controlling our emotions, we can make the right decisions and maintain stability in our lives. Please leave a comment below if you have similar experiences or have questions you want me to answer. Morgan looks forward to receiving your sharing and contributions. Together, we will learn and grow, living a happier and more meaningful life. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Stoic Kingdom channel so you don't miss out on great Stoic teachings. Number 2. Don't be afraid to set clear boundaries. Let's say you're sitting in your favorite coffee shop, enjoying a delicious cup of coffee. Suddenly, a stranger approaches and starts asking you to share your personal life story. You feel confused and uncomfortable, but hesitate to say no. This situation may sound strange, but in relationships we often encounter similar moments when we fail to establish clear boundaries. Dear friends, in life and relationships, setting clear boundaries is extremely important. Philosopher Epictetus once said, "We cannot control what happens to us, but we can control how we react to it. This means we need to have boundaries to protect our inner peace and values. Boundaries are not just about saying no when necessary, they are also about protecting our time, energy, and personal freedom. Don't be afraid to set boundaries for fear that other people will be unhappy. In fact, clear boundaries help build a healthier and more sustainable relationship. When you set boundaries, you are showing others your respect and value, so they will learn to respect you more, too. Have you ever felt overwhelmed by the demands and expectations of others? Do you feel like you're losing yourself because you're not setting boundaries? That's when we need to apply the Stoic philosophy to life. One of the valuable lessons from Stoic philosophy is the ability to control yourself and create a meaningful life. This includes setting clear boundaries to protect your values and peace. To set boundaries, you first need to clearly understand what you want and don't want in a relationship. This requires self-awareness and consistency. When you know your values, it will be easier for you to set necessary limits. Remember, setting boundaries is not an act of selfishness, but of respect for yourself and others. Once you've identified your boundaries, communicate them clearly and honestly. Don't be afraid to express your feelings and desires. Explain why these boundaries are important to you and how they can help maintain a healthy relationship. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Be simple and consistent in all your actions." Being consistent in setting and maintaining boundaries will help you build a more balanced and meaningful life. Finally, remember that maintaining boundaries takes patience and consistency. You may encounter opposition or incomprehension from the other side, but don't let that shake your determination. Believe in your worth and maintain your boundaries to protect your peace and happiness. Dear friends, I, Morgan, would love to receive your shares and contributions on setting boundaries in relationships. What difficulties have you had when trying to set boundaries, and how did you overcome those difficulties? Dear friends, when we have established clear boundaries in a relationship, we will feel the freedom and peace that this brings. However, setting boundaries doesn't mean we always have to stand behind barriers, protecting ourselves to the extreme. Now, we will step into another aspect to maintain balance. Think of a well-kept garden surrounded by a fence to protect it from the elements. However, if you are too protective, not allowing sunlight and fresh air in, the garden will not thrive. Similarly, in a relationship, being overprotective can tire us out and prevent the natural growth of both partners. So, let's explore the next topic together. Number 3, don't turn yourself into a constant shield. To start, Morgan wants to share a statistic that may surprise you. According to a recent study, more than 60% of relationships experience problems because one partner feels pressured to overprotect and protect the other. This often leads to fatigue and tension in the relationship. Imagine a personal situation that many of us have probably experienced. You love and care for your partner so much that you always want to protect them from all risks and difficulties in life. You think what you do is right and noble. However, over time, you begin to feel exhausted and tired of always having to act as a protective shield. Have you ever felt like that? This not only affects your mental health, but also causes a loss of balance and autonomy in the relationship. Dear friends, Stoic philosophy teaches us that each person has the ability to be autonomous and responsible for his or her own life. As philosopher Epictetus once said, "Don't expect what happens to be the way you want it to be, but expect what happens to be the way it is." This means we should not try to control or overprotect others. Each person needs their own space to develop and learn from their own experiences. When you make yourself a shield all the time, you not only put pressure on yourself, but also prevent your partner from growing and maturing. This can lead to unhealthy dependence, causing the relationship to become unbalanced. Remember, a healthy relationship requires empathy and mutual support, but not control or overprotection. Instead of being a shield, become a companion, ready to support when needed, but also give the other person the opportunity to face and solve challenges in life. This not only helps both parties maintain control, but also helps the relationship become stronger and more sustainable. Ask yourself, am I being overprotective of my partner? Am I giving them enough space to freely grow and learn? These questions will help you reconsider the way you treat and protect your lover, thereby making adjustments to make your relationship more balanced and happier. One of the valuable lessons from Stoic philosophy is that we cannot control everything, but we can control our reactions to what happens. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thinking." Think positively and consciously, and you will see that not being a shield all the time will help you and your partner have a more balanced life. Dear friends, Morgan, we look forward to receiving your sharing and contributions on this matter. Have you had any trouble trying not to be too protective? And how did you overcome those difficulties? Please leave a comment below and share your story. Once we understand that being overprotective of our partner can lead to imbalance and dependency, we take another step forward in our journey of self-discovery and healthy relationships. Not being a protective shield at all times opens the door for us to focus on the next thing. Imagine a small but persistent fire burning in each person's heart, which is our passion and hobby. If we only focus on protecting others and forget to nurture this fire, it will gradually die out, leaving behind a void and dissatisfaction. Balance in a relationship comes not only from protecting the other person appropriately, but also from maintaining and developing what makes us truly alive and happy. So let's explore the next topic. Number 4. Don't sacrifice your passions and hobbies. Have you ever wondered why many people, after starting a relationship, gradually give up their personal passions and interests? Suppose a man, once passionate about music, spends several hours each week playing the guitar and composing music. But when he entered the relationship, he started giving up training sessions to spend more time with his partner. As time passed, he realized he had lost the joy and inspiration for life, leaving only emptiness and the feeling of not being himself. Dear friends, Morgan wants to emphasize that sacrificing personal passions and interests not only takes away the joy in life, but also takes away an important part of ourselves. Stoicism teaches us that life has meaning when we maintain a balance between living for ourselves and living for others. As the philosopher Seneca once said, There is no greater joy than pursuing your true passions. When we give up on the things we are passionate about, we not only lose our positive energy, but also easily feel frustrated and dissatisfied. Passions and interests are what create each person's unique personality and values. They are a source of motivation, helping us overcome difficulties and challenges in life. Maintaining passion not only helps us maintain balance, but also enriches our relationship. A healthy relationship is one where both parties have space to grow and express themselves. When you keep your passions and interests, you not only enrich your life, but also bring intrigue and uniqueness to the relationship. You will feel happier, more confident, and have many interesting things to share with your partner. Ask yourself, am I giving up the things I love for the sake of the relationship? Do I still make time for my personal interests and passions? These questions will help you realize the importance of preserving and nurturing passion in life. To maintain your passion and interests, make a specific plan and be steadfast with your decisions. Don't hesitate to share with your partner what you love and why it's important to you. Mutual understanding and support in maintaining passion will make the relationship stronger. As philosopher Marcus Aurelius said, all our actions should be directed towards living better and becoming the best version of ourselves. Maintain your passions and personal interests to not only enrich your life, but also create a harmonious and happy relationship. Have you ever given up your passion for a relationship? How do you keep the balance between pursuing your passion and maintaining a relationship? Please share your story. Once you understand that maintaining personal passions and interests not only enriches your life, but also strengthens your relationship, we take the final important step. Please understand that life is like a colorful picture in which each color represents an aspect of you, from passions, interests, to personal values. Preserving those distinct colors is essential for the picture of your life to become vivid and complete. If you let the relationship define your entire being, you will lose those unique colors, making the picture dull and monotonous. When we do not sacrifice personal passions and interests, we have initially retained our identity in the relationship. And now, to continue, let's dig deeper into maintaining your ego without letting the relationship dominate your entire life. Let's explore the final topic. Number 5. Don't let the relationship define who you are. Morgan wants to share a surprising statistic. According to one study, up to 70% of people in long-term relationships feel they have lost some of their personal identity. This often leads to dissatisfaction and tension in a couple's life. But, dear friends, I have an unexpected and practical solution to this problem. As Morgan said above, your life is like a rich picture in which each color represents a part of you. Passions, interests, values, and personal dreams. When entering a relationship, there is a risk that you will allow one color, the relationship, to take over the entire picture, blurring the others. To maintain balance and happiness, it's important to keep other colors vibrant and clear. Don't let your relationship define your entire being. Dear friends, Stoic philosophy teaches us that each person has unique values and identities. Epictetus, one of the famous Stoic philosophers, once said, "We must not let other people, or even relationships, dictate the way we live and think. This means we must take control of our lives and not let any relationship take away our personal identity. One of the valuable lessons that I, Morgan, want to share with you is the importance of maintaining a separate self in every relationship. This not only helps you feel more confident and comfortable, but also makes the relationship healthier and more sustainable. Think of the times you had to sacrifice too much for the sake of your relationship and felt like you were slowly losing yourself. That's when you need to step back and reevaluate your personal values and dreams. Have you ever asked yourself, am I losing myself in this relationship? Am I still the person I wanted to be with my lover? These questions will help you reconsider and maintain your ego in the relationship. To not be defined by your relationship, always make time for yourself and your personal passions. Continue pursuing the dreams and interests you had before the relationship. This not only helps you maintain your individual identity, but also enriches your life together. When you are yourself, you bring the most authentic experiences and emotions to the relationship. A healthy relationship is one in which both parties respect and encourage each other's personal growth. Share with your partner what you are passionate about and what you are pursuing. Mutual understanding and support will help both parties maintain their individual identities while still developing their relationship. Marcus Aurelius, another Stoic philosopher, once said, "Live according to your own identity. Don't let others decide the path you take." This reminds us that preserving the self is essential to living a meaningful and fulfilling life. Have you ever felt like you lost your personal identity because of a relationship? What have you done to maintain your ego? Please leave a comment below and share your story. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on great videos. Together, we went on a wonderful journey to discover what a man should hide in a relationship with a woman, according to Stoic philosophy. From not letting emotions dictate decisions, setting clear boundaries, not turning yourself into a shield, maintaining personal passions and interests, to not letting relationships define you. Together, we learned deeply and learned many valuable lessons. Morgan wants to sincerely thank you for taking the time to listen and accompany me on this journey. Your sharing and interactions are a great source of inspiration that helps me continue to bring meaningful and valuable content. Stoic philosophy is not only a living principle, but also a source of strength to help us overcome difficulties and challenges to live a more fulfilling and meaningful life. As philosopher Seneca said, life is not about waiting for the storm to pass, but about learning to dance in the rain. Life is full of challenges and upheavals, but by maintaining your personal identity, staying steadfast in your values, and maintaining balance, we can turn difficulties into opportunities to grow and develop. Dear friends, I hope that my sharing today has brought you new and useful perspectives. Remember, maintaining your ego and personal values not only helps you live happier and more confidently, but also makes your relationship stronger and more sustainable. Morgan is always here to share and learn with you, together creating a positive and inspiring community. Thank you for taking the time to watch and listen. Before we wrap up, can you guys help Morgan with this little thing? It means a lot to me to let me know what you think about this video by selecting one of the following options. 1. Not satisfied. 2. Normal. 3. Satisfaction. 4. Very satisfied. Please leave your vote in the comments section below. If you find this video useful, don't forget to press the like button, share with friends and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss the next videos. Also, stay tuned for other videos shown at the end of this video. Thank you and wish you always find joy and peace in life. See you again in the next videos. Wishing you always happy and full of energy.